Everyone, I've been thinking about all this stuff that's kind of been coming to me as I've really been analyzing what happened. Again, I'm talking about my cleanse. It has been fascinating, life-changing, absolutely incredible, mind-boggling, and I have so much to share about it. So yeah, here's what I've been getting from the cleanse. My whole outside world is completely changing as I do this cleanse. It's been incredible, which is why I also decided to continue on and do it for another 20 days, is because I started seeing profound changes in my own physical reality. Okay. Now, the crazy thing that I've noticed is okay, so if you guys have watched like my other videos where I talk about free radicals, okay, and how everything comes down to energy that's within the body. And the free radicals are molecules that are missing an electron. They're missing energy that they need, so they go into our bodies and they steal our healthy energy. And then they take it for themselves. So as you're water cleansing, you're cleansing out free radicals, old brain chemicals like parasites, and nobody's gonna want to hear this. I don't even care because seriously, you guys are gonna want to listen. This is so fascinating. About 80 to 90% of people have parasites, which are energy stealers, right? They're actually pretty similar to free radicals in the way and the manner that they steal our energy inside of our body. So that actually affects our consciousness as well. It affects our mental clarity, it affects our moods, it affects everything in our life. Free radicals are the cause of mental and physical diseases, both. Free radicals are the cause of Alzheimer's. That is literally where people go insane. And parasites, they cause fear, anxiety, depression, paranoia, all these different types of things that I've experienced personally, especially over the past, not only the past 2 years, but the past like 32 years that I've been alive. Okay. So I started to really think about this. I was like, so if 80 to 90% of people have parasites, and we have all these free radicals just being pumped into everything, into our environment. And I'm not saying any of this to scare anyone. I'm saying this for awareness because, like I said, the changes that I have seen in my life are profound from doing water cleansing. I'm absolutely mind blown by it. Do you know what's even more fascinating is so let's go to the energy part of things, okay? Everything is energy, right? And free radicals and parasites, like that's all energy, energy takers. It's kind of like man-made things that are energy takers in our environment, and they take from our healthy energy, right? They steal electrons in our body. They steal the nutrients that we need to be healthy and functioning. So if you starve all that out and clean it out of your body, imagine how much you can up level, okay? Energetically. Now here's what's been super fascinating about the cleanse is I've noticed throughout my lifetime is that I know I've had all of these symptoms. Like I had full blown like a mental health diagnosis and everything. If all of us have some extent of like parasites in us, okay? Nobody's gonna want to hear this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Since we were little, okay, since we were just tiny little things and we've always had parasites within us, imagine how much it affects our consciousness and that it actually keeps us in. We get passed down these thought patterns from our parents, right? We all know this, neural net programming. It's all vibrational and electric that's in our mind. And when we get it passed down, we entangle with our parents and their same exact thought forms and everything. And then we take on those patterns. And that's why, like, we're so obsessed with transformation stories in society and everything, because when we hear about people moving up from very low places in the class system in society all the way up to like maybe being elite or something like that, we're obsessed with those stories because all of us are so programmed by our thought patterns and everything that's been passed on to us. So we take on these thought patterns, right? Literally, your parent thinks a thought and you entangle with it and you take on that same exact thought pattern because it's a vibration to it, okay? So then that's why we have class systems in society, because people are just kind of going through that rat race, okay? Whatever class system they fall into usually is where they will stay just because of mental programming and like money programming and all of those things that are just all patterns of thoughts that's been passed down to us. We know all this, yeah? And what do we do about it? This is what you do. You gotta switch up your whole neural programming. And you can do that with a variety of ways. And I'm going to tell you how, because this is what I've seen in my own life. And I'm absolutely fascinated with how many changes have been made from these two significant changes that I made, all right? The first one was legally changing my whole entire name, okay? Which some people know about me, some don't. But yes, Jocelyn Blackwell is not the name that I was born with. I changed it legally to a name just because of my belief in numerology and numbers and vibration. When I changed my name was when I saw a huge, significant difference in my life. Like everything started to change. And it was almost like everyone in my environment, all of my relationships started completely changing. And it was because I was literally changing the vibration and relationship of people and how they interacted with me. And I'm starting to see that now because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, what was it about my name change that changed my life so significantly? And that's what it was, is I changed my own neural programming, because a name, that's something you're given from birth. From the day that you're born, you have a name. It's how you identify with yourself. It's literally a way that your neural net is programmed to perceive yourself. So if you change a core thing like that about your life, you'll see significant, crazy changes in your life. And that's why, if you guys have followed my page and you can see a big difference from my weight, like, it's because of my name change. My name change was the very first significant change that I saw in my life, where it actually even was affecting my weight and my health. And so then, it completely started changing everything about my life. Before, my life was completely different. I don't even know who that person is anymore. The first one is the name change, because if you change something core like that from day one that you're born, you can change your whole reality. You can start changing your whole entire reality. The next thing is this water cleansing, okay? And this is why I've been putting it so much up on my page, is because the changes that I'm seeing in my actual physical reality, even in my relationships, are mind-blowing. Because you have to think about this, okay? And I've brought this up, I bring this up a million times. From 0 months, okay, so the day that we're born, until about 18 months of infancy, we go through that phase of development, the oral anal phase. If anything goes wrong during that phase of development, like we are entangling with any type of shame, guilt, and fear from our parents, from anything in our environment, if we're around that vibration and that energy, it'll cause us, because we're learning the whole entire world with our mouth and with our reproductive system. That's how we're releasing from our body. So we're only experiencing those two functions. So as you get older, whenever you start to experience those same exact brain chemical releases from the experiences that you have in your reality from relationships, then you will want to put something in your mouth, okay? And it'll have the same type of programming in you. It's like that, like I said with the name change, your neural net, it keeps doing the same exact thing over and over again. So your reality doesn't change because you're doing the same exact behaviors from when you were 1 day old. So that's why if you water cleanse, you will completely change all of your neural net, all of your programming inside of your brain, because your brain is just like, whoa, what? Like, you're not going to put something in your mouth when we experience this type of relationship or this type of emotion. And you're like, nope, I'm going to be conscious and I'm going to cleanse that out of my system. I'm going to literally like purge it from my system because it's all chemicals and vibration. That's a thought pattern. It's a vibration. So if you change that, if you choose a different behavior, you're going to completely change your whole entire reality, and you're going to start changing all of the relationships around you even. Because then people will start treating you differently. It's all a reflection, like a vibrational reflection of us and our behaviors, all of our programming in our neural net. So that's why I'm bringing this up. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you don't feel ready, then you're not ready to do it. Your intuition is key with that. Like, yeah, what I'm saying, it is true, but you've got to wait until your system and your body is ready for those type of changes. So that's why I was first bringing up the name change, because yeah, that's even really out there for a lot of people, to change your whole entire name legally and start having everyone in your reality start like calling you a completely different name. It's because that helps you. It's things like that, and things like meditation and running and having like self-discipline in other areas of your life. If you can control and have that type of mind control, then that will help lead up to something as intense as like a water cleanse. Because yeah, this isn't something that I just jumped into, and I would definitely say in my early 20s when I was like 100 pounds heavier, there's no way that I could have jumped into a 21-day water cleanse back then. There's no way. I wasn't prepared mentally. I wasn't prepared like physically. I have transitioned all throughout my 20s to build up to this moment of doing now a 20-day water cleanse, and then now doing the second part where I'm doing another 20-day. So it will be 40 total, but not all together, because I did take a 2-day break because I wanted to see how food was reacting in my body. I wanted to see what would happen in my physical experiences. And that is exactly what happened. And this is the other thing I want to talk about with it, okay? When you have energy and things inside of your body that are taking your energy, like I said, free radicals, parasites, 80 to 90% of people have parasites, so like think what you want of that, do your research. What I have found is that energetically, this is all very true when it comes to relationships, is that the more free radicals I've had in my body, the more toxins, the more my relationships will actually reflect that completely. Like, they will either take my energy and I will give it freely, like the whole energy taker, energy giver dynamic. That's very real, especially when it comes to if you've got like toxins in your body. It's all like scientific for sure, okay? Now, the other thing I find really fascinating too is every time that I go on these cleanses and I do what I know that is right for me, the people that are surrounded by me, literally, they are triggered. Like, this is why I was saying earlier how parasites, they can cause fear, paranoia, anxiety, depression, because when you trigger that within another human, like I have full on upset people and made people angry because I am cleansing. Because I'm cleansing in my own body. I'm doing that with my own choice, and I don't project that on other people. I don't force other people and say, oh, you should be cleansing or doing any type of thing like that. I'm very much a keep to myself person. But I have full blown made people in my relationships, my family, people angry because I'm cleansing, because you will literally trigger all that stuff within other people. That's what your demons are. Like people that, when we talk about the shadow aspect of people and like this old programming in our subconscious mind and everything, it's just like it's low vibrational brain chemicals that are stored on the receptors on your cells. And yes, it is a projection of their own self-discipline. It's like a combination of both. Like they literally cannot stand, it triggers them big time. And so that is the other thing I've seen though, is a lot of the time when I look at humans now, I look at them and the free radicals in their body, you know, like how much it's affecting their consciousness, how full they could be of free radicals. You know what I mean? Yeah, when I've told people that I'm water fasting, or just them being around me, they get angry. Like they get mad. I have seen some crazy things, and I realized it was because I trigger, you literally can trigger those fears inside of people. They're actually living entities inside of us sometimes that are just based around fear, you know? That's the way I view it now. When it comes to humans, you know, like when people like get afraid of things or when they project things, you know, especially my family, like they haven't had a good reaction to me water cleansing and even going raw vegan. Even raw vegan for them, like I got a lot of slack in my family. And I didn't die. Like I've been raw vegan for over a year and I've been completely fine. In fact, my health has constantly gotten better. But you have to understand that you really do like trigger low entities that are stored within humans when you are starting to rise to your potential. And this is why people keep us stuck. Just rise to your potential. Like, whatever freaking feels right to you, just do it. Like, don't even announce it to other people. Don't even say anything. I did because I'm hoping to really show, like, how much this will completely transform your life by doing water cleanses. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this. But yeah, freaking don't tell anyone when you're trying to be successful because you'll make your path harder. That's been the one thing I've learned about this is I've learned to keep my mouth shut when it comes to like people that I'm around in my physical experience. Social media is fine, like I don't care. People can say whatever they want. But in my physical experience, people will make my life like straight up hell when I've announced that I'm rising up to who I truly am meant to be. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to jump on and talk about because yeah, this fast, I mean, especially, oh, that's one thing I wanted to add too is like, so I took a break for 2 days and ate some food and I just ate normal. Like I had like celery, apple, lemon, ginger all blended up and you know, drank that. I did that a few times. I've eaten a couple, probably like 3 or 4 apples. I honestly went crazy on apples because I was a little excited about that. But I started seeing a difference in my physical experience, in my physical reality when I started eating food again. And so I was like, yep, it's time to go back on. Like, I knew that I had that feeling for a purpose, and I'm like, and that's why I'm going to continue on and keep doing it. So, yeah, yeah. Thank you guys for all being so supportive and watching my whole crazy journey. This has been so fascinating, and I hope it inspires some of you to just kind of start incorporating it because yes, the benefits of this fasting are huge. I can definitely see why people in the past have done it, like Jesus Christ, people that we all know of. It's very real what it can do for you psychologically. I really do believe that it will just up level your vibration and change your whole complete reality. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. So I will keep in touch and let you guys know how it's going for the next freaking 20 days. I'm back on day one again, which kind of sucks in a way, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm ready to go. I'm actually feeling really geared up and really energized. So, yeah. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.